So hello guys, welcome to a new video. In this video, I'm going to share with you my today's observations on Nasdaq futures September contract. Let's see. This is the daily chart as I outlined here before. This is the daily order block and price respected it. You can see that this is the rejection. So based on this candle closing of yesterday, it was my view that price can move higher after taking these lows. Price took these lows as well as forms SMT with Dow Jones. This is the SMT I'm talking about over time frames. So this is the opening of today's. Price closed below, moved toward to the downside on the Asia session. This was the low of Asia and it worked as today's low of the day. You can see that it is protected on the new session, price to it and give respect and close above it. These are the buy side target objectives. Then this one, and so on. These are the objectives for upcoming week. Now come to the lower time frame. So let me show you from the midnight. This was the Asia low, and I marked Asia high as well. This is the Asia high. Then I marked this first displacement of midnight opening. Midnight opening range is in this 00 open to 12:30. This is the opening range, and inside the range, the first displacement is used in the London session. So I extend that, and you can see how price traded to it and worked as algorithmically. You can see that here also. And this is the London session opening range first presentation fair value gap. This is 130 or 1 to 130. This is the range called London opening range, and inside this, whichever the first displacement is worked as first presentation of London opening range. I also extended through it. You can see the utilization of it. So after looking at the hourly chart closing, this candle and this IFBG confirmation, it was clear on my mind that price wants to move higher, and it traded higher till this CB, sell side imbalance, buy side inefficiency. Let me mark it. This is the dealing range, and price traded to the premium FBG, sell side imbalance, buy side inefficiency, and respected it, and then moved towards to the downside. Now, So as you know, I told you that my view is for the buy side because these lows are protected to trade the London session. And this was the first displacement I traded to it, but I don't execute any trades before 2 a.m. opening. So 2 a.m. open right here and traded lower to this first presentation of London opening range, respected it. It respected the upper portion of this first presentation and moved higher, as well as it takes out this short-term low and close above it. What is it? This is the first presentation of midnight opening range. And price traded to it, this FVG, which is aligned with this breaker short-term low, traded to it, close above it. This is a unicorn pattern and it is supported by this PDRA. So this could be the entry. And this was the low hanging fruit objective. Look how price reacted from this FVG also. So after price traded to this premium, this one, it trades lower and this is outside of kill zone 5 a.m. to 7 a.m. This is outside of kill zone, so I don't take any trades inside this range. Then I mark with the vertical line 7 a.m. opening, and after the 7 a.m. the first displacement is work as first presentation of pre-market opening. This is the pre-market, and I use this FVG as my first presentation of fair value gap because it takes out the short-term high and it worked algorithmically. You can see the reactions of it. That is the reason I use this as algorithmic fair value gap. It also size less than 10 pip, but still I use this because of the short-term high taken and it worked as algorithmically. Then after price takes out this short-term high and this one also, and these are the relative equal lows are resting there. So price from this inverts fair value gap, and I execute my pending order right here, but it didn't filled. But on the this is like micro futures, but on the mini futures contract, price traded to this inverse FBG, fill the order and trade to the downside, takes out these lows. These are the liquidities. This was my plan, but my order didn't get filled. There is some glitch happened inside this micro and macro mini contract many times. So this was the trade on the pre-market session, and this was the London session. Then, then come to the 9:30. So I marked this order block as the last line of defense, and when price traded to it and gave a rejection from that area, then I was looking for price to close above this inversion fair value gap. When price confirmed this inversion fair value gap, after that I come to the lower time frame and use this fair value gap for my entry, and then I get the stop out. Then I thought that price will trade it to this Asia lows, then it will move to the upside because so many liquidities are resting to the upside, as well as the regular trading hour gap to the upside. You can see that. And the other reason is this is classic expansion week. That means Monday created the high of the week and then continuation to the downside. So I mark this high to low of today's week, this weekly candle, and this today is Friday. So based on that, today price can create TGIF, and it did it so. You can see that it traded to this 20 to 30% level. It has done the first objective of it, traded to this 20%. So that is the reason behind my longs from this area. But after that, why I didn't take any trades after this inversion fair value formed? Because these are the liquidities. Price formed this relative equal lows and then it moved higher towards the objective. These lows are bothering me, as well as there was no SNT with ES. That is the reason behind it. I don't take these kinds of trades whenever price formed relative equal lows. So I missed it in this 5-minute order block. Hold the price and then it moves higher to the buy side. This one. These are the footprints of institutional buying. Whenever you see price from 5-minute and 15-minute FBGs and destroying the CBs, this is a clear indication that price wants to move higher. So I mark this FBG after this price frame because it is inside this fair value gap on the 30-minute also, aligned with this order block, and 30-minute price from this market structure shift. But the 60-minute time frame is bothering a little bit because it takes out this highs and respected this order block and close inside it. That is the reason. But I was planning if price given rejection from this area, this fair value gap, then I will take trades. This is the internal dealing range IDR. Price traded to this FBG discount. So when price traded to this FBG, it formed an displacement, this one, and I executed my pending order right here, but it didn't get filled. And then another indication that price wants to move higher is that price from these equal highs. These are the relatively equal, as well as I told you earlier in this video that price is likely traded to this 30% of this weekly range, and it did so, and it has done the objective of today, but I didn't get any field from here. So that was my day. These are the setups from today. Today so good TGA pattern formed, but they didn't get any field. This was the lethargic price action. I avoid this kind of price action and don't take any trades in these scenarios. The another setup was this one and this one. So today's best setups are, this is the London sessions A plus setup, and this was also A plus on the pre-market session, but this was the best setup of the day, and it completed the weekly objective. That means today's objective. So that is it for today, guys. I hope you have learned something today. Until I talk to you next time, be safe. Bye.